Today, something within this person you have in mind has reached a breaking point. The internal pressure they have been feeling for a long time has finally become unbearable. This person can no longer keep what's in their heart and is about to reveal something that could change the dynamic between you in a way you may not be expecting. This person has been struggling internally for a long time, trying to balance their own feelings with the reality around them. It's as if, with each passing day, the burden of keeping this secret has grown heavier, to the point where it can no longer be ignored. There is an urgency in the air, a near desperate need to speak, to open up, to share what is deep in their heart. And now, this person feels they can no longer wait. You may have noticed small signs in the last few days, perhaps a lingering gaze, a word spoken hesitantly, or even a silence that felt heavier than usual. These are indicators that something significant is about to happen. Something that, if revealed, could completely transform the way you see this relationship and perhaps open the door to a new beginning. The reason for this urgency? The fear of losing something that has become incredibly precious. When someone finds themselves in an emotional dilemma like this, there is always the fear that if they remain silent, what they dread the most, the loss of a valuable connection, could become a reality. And that fear is a powerful motivator. It is often what pushes us to do what we have avoided for so long. To be honest, even if it exposes us to risk. Today, this person is on the edge of an emotional cliff. They know that speaking up could change everything, for better or for worse. But keeping this secret any longer is simply unsustainable. Their heart is about to overflow, and you are about to hear something you may never have expected to hear. You should prepare yourself, because what's coming may deeply stir your emotions. It's possible that this revelation will bring to light feelings that were hidden, both for you and for them. It could mark the beginning of a new phase, where things become clearer, more transparent, and where the truth, once spoken, might pave the way for a stronger, more honest relationship. However, it's important to remember that this person is placing themselves in an extremely vulnerable position. Discussing deep feelings is never easy, especially when so much is at stake. This vulnerability can be an act of courage, but it's also a silent request for understanding and acceptance. This person knows that by opening up in this way, they risk altering the dynamic between you. However, they have reached a point where the fear of not speaking up outweighs the fear of possible consequences. And that, in itself, is a sign that what you are about to hear is not trivial. It comes from the depths of their heart, something that, in a way, defines how they feel about you. As this confession draws closer, you might feel a mix of anxiety and curiosity. This is natural. After all, we are talking about deep feelings, about words that carry significant emotional weight. But remember, regardless of what is said, you also have the right to process this information at your own pace, to feel what you need to feel, and to respond according to what your heart tells you. When the words are finally spoken, you may feel as if a new energy is settling between you. This confession, which has been kept in silence for so long, now emerges as a powerful outpouring, filled with sincerity and emotion. This is the moment when the masks come off, and the truth, bare and raw, finally presents itself. The revelation might be something you've suspected all along, an intuition that has always lingered in the back of your mind, but one you could never be sure of. Or it could be something completely unexpected, a surprise that will change your perspective on this person and the relationship you share. Either way, the impact of this confession will be profound and will likely shake the foundations of the relationship you have built so far. This person, by opening up to you, is showing remarkable courage. After all, it's not easy to expose one's feelings, especially when so much is at stake. The confession might involve feelings of love that have been hidden out of fear of rejection or uncertainty about the future. Or perhaps it's an apology for past mistakes, an attempt at reconciliation, and a desire to start anew. Whatever the case may be, this revelation is, Above all, a plea for understanding and an invitation to a new phase. You, in turn, now hold the key to decide the next steps. The confession not only clarifies what this person feels, but also gives you the opportunity to reassess what you want from this relationship. How do you feel about what has been said? Does this change anything for you? These are important questions you will need to answer for yourself. If what you hear resonates with what you feel, it could be the beginning of something very beautiful. Sincerity, when well received, has the power to strengthen bonds and build a solid foundation for the future. It's as if, by speaking the truth, that person is offering a new opportunity for both of you. A chance to start over with more clarity, trust, and mutual understanding. However, you may need some time to process all of this. And that's okay. Confessions like this are not easy to digest, especially when they involve such deep feelings. Don't feel like you need to have all the answers immediately. This person will understand if you need space to think, to reflect on what all of this means for you and the future you might have together. This moment of reflection is crucial. Sometimes, when we hear a confession, we may feel pressured to respond quickly, to give an immediate answer. But the truth is, complex feelings like these deserve to be considered carefully. Allow yourself to feel, to think, to reconsider. The most important thing is that when you finally decide how to respond, it should be an answer that comes from your heart, a genuine and authentic response. On the other hand, this confession may also bring up questions that you may not have considered before. You might realize that what was said does not align with what you desire or expect from this relationship. And if that's the case, it's important to be honest about that too. A confession opens doors to the truth, and this goes for both sides. What is clear is that after this confession, nothing will be exactly as it was before. This is an opportunity to reevaluate, to redefine the contours of this relationship. Whatever direction you both decide to take, the most important thing is that this decision is based on honesty, mutual respect, and a desire to follow a path that is good for both of you. This is a turning point, a moment when you and this person can decide together what comes next. And that decision, whatever it may be, will be an important step in the emotional journey you share. With the words spoken and the emotions laid bare, you may start to realize the implications of this confession on your life and the relationship you have. This revelation, whatever it may be, has shed new light on what was previously obscured by uncertainty and fear. Now there is clarity, a truth that can no longer be ignored, and this is both an opportunity and a challenge. This person, by opening up to you, has shown a vulnerable side that you may not have fully known before. Vulnerability is a powerful aspect of human relationships. It creates deep connections, based on authenticity and trust. Now that you are aware of this side of them, how you respond to this vulnerability can define the direction the relationship will take from here. The confession, as impactful as it has been, also carries with it a responsibility. Now that you know how this person feels, what they think, and what they hope for, the way you choose to act will have significant repercussions. This doesn't mean that you need to immediately meet those expectations, but rather that you should carefully consider what is best for you and for both of you. It's possible that as you process this new information, you may feel the need to reevaluate your own feelings. Perhaps this confession has confirmed something you already felt, or maybe it has stirred up doubts and uncertainties that you didn't know existed. It's normal for a revelation like this to bring forth complex emotions that need to be explored with patience and care. You might ask yourself, does this change how I feel? Or am I willing to embark on this new phase with this person? These are essential questions that need to be answered honestly with yourself. If the answer is positive, this confession can be the catalyst for a deeper and more meaningful relationship, where both are more aware of their own feelings and each other's expectations. On the other hand, if the revelation doesn't resonate with what you want or how you feel, that is also an important truth that needs to be respected. Not all confessions lead to happy endings, and that's part of the complexity of human relationships. What's important is that you remain true to your own feelings and don't feel pressured to make a decision just to please the other person. This moment of decision is delicate and requires you to be in tune with what you truly desire for your future. Sometimes, the hardest truths to face are those that reveal we may not be as aligned with the other person as we would like to be. And that's okay. The truth, as painful as it might be, is always the path to a deeper understanding of yourself and what you truly need to be happy. If you decide that this is the moment to move forward with this person, use this confession as a starting point for a new phase. With the truth laid out, you can build something more solid, based on honesty and mutual respect. This new phase may come with challenges, but it can also bring a renewed sense of purpose and connection. However, if you realize that what has been revealed doesn't correspond to what you want or need, it's important to communicate that clearly and compassionately. Honesty, even when it's painful, is a gift we offer to ourselves and others. It allows both of you to follow paths that are more aligned with your true needs and desires. Regardless of the decision you make, know that this moment of revelation and reflection is an important part of your emotional journey. It's an opportunity for growth, both for you and for that person, and what you choose to do from here will be a significant step in that journey. With everything that has been said and the intense emotions that have surfaced, it's now time to consider the next steps with even greater depth and awareness. This is the moment when you really start to internalize the meaning of this confession and the impact it will have on your life and the future of this relationship. The first thing you should consider is the emotional impact of this revelation, not just on yourself, but also on that person. Confessing deep feelings that have been held for so long is not a simple matter. It's an act of surrender, a leap into the unknown that requires courage and determination. Now that the confession has been made, that person's vulnerability is at stake, and how you respond to that will be crucial. If you feel that the feelings expressed in this confession resonate with your own, this may be the moment to build something deeper together. You now have the foundation of truth upon which you can build a new phase of the relationship, where trust and honesty will be the pillars. This doesn't mean everything will be easy from here on out. Relationships are complex and full of challenges, but the fact that you are both willing to be honest is a good sign that there is potential for something very special. In a new phase built on transparency, it's vital that both of you are willing to work together to overcome any obstacles that may arise. You will need to have open and honest conversations about what each of you expects for the future, what your needs are, and how you plan to meet those needs in a way that benefits both of you. This will be a phase of learning and adaptation, where communication will be key to avoiding misunderstandings and strengthening your connection. On the other hand, if what has been revealed doesn't align with what you want for your future, it's equally important to be clear and honest about that. This person deserves to know where you truly stand emotionally, and if your feelings do not align, it's best to be upfront from the start. Sometimes, the hardest truth to tell is the one that involves disappointing someone who cares about you. But it's the best way to ensure that both of you can move forward in a way that is authentic and respectful. Considering this scenario, it may be necessary for you to take a step back to assess how to proceed. If you decide that this relationship is not what you want to pursue, communicating that carefully will be essential. Explain your feelings clearly, but also with compassion, keeping in mind that the other person is also in a vulnerable position. Speaking the truth, even when it's difficult, is always the most respectful path, and in the long run, the least painful. But what if the confession brings to light feelings you didn't know existed? What if, upon hearing this person's words, you realize that despite your doubts, there's still something in you that wants to explore this connection? In that case, it might be best to give both of you some time to reflect on what you truly want. A brief pause may help you both see things more clearly and make more informed decisions. Regardless of which path you choose, there are a few important things to keep in mind. First, Recognize the courage it took for this person to open up to you. Vulnerability isn't easy, and by sharing something so intimate, this person showed a level of trust in you that shouldn't be underestimated. Even if you decide not to pursue the relationship, this honesty deserves to be acknowledged and respected. Second, be gentle with yourself during this process. Making significant decisions is never easy, and it's normal to feel confused or overwhelmed by the weight of this choice. Give yourself the time you need to reflect and listen to what your heart is saying. Remember that whatever decision you make should be the best for your emotional well-being and inner peace. Third, keep in mind that this is just a chapter in your life. While this confession feels central right now, life is made up of many chapters, and each one contributes to your personal journey. Whether you decide to move forward with this person or not, know that there are many other experiences and connections waiting for you in the future. Nothing is permanent, and every experience, whether positive or negative, has something to teach. If you decide that this is the moment to move on, the confession you heard today may be the starting point for a new phase where both of you feel more connected and aligned. You will have the opportunity to explore together what it means to be in a relationship based on truth and mutual respect. This could be the beginning of something truly beautiful, where both of you grow and develop, not only as individuals but also as a couple. If, however, you find that going your separate ways is the best path, it shouldn't be seen as a failure, but rather as a mature, conscious decision to prioritize what's best for both of you. Ending a relationship in a respectful and honest manner is a sign of emotional maturity, and while it may be painful at first, it is the best way to ensure that both parties can move forward with integrity and in search of happiness. Finally, view this moment as an opportunity for personal growth. With every challenge we face, we have the chance to learn more about ourselves and what we truly want in life. Use this experience to strengthen your self-esteem, your decision-making ability, and your skill in communicating clearly and compassionately. What you decide to do from here is entirely up to you, and whatever choice you make, may it bring you peace, clarity, and a renewed sense of purpose. Allow your spirit to absorb these words and feel them resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, no matter what your choice may be. Type, I absorb, receive, and accept my destiny and everything the universe has to offer me. To claim this message and the blessings contained within it for yourself, leave a positive comment for others who may need a boost of positivity in their day. The universe sees this as an act of kindness. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so right now and stay tuned for the important message waiting for you in the next video. May God and the universe light your path with peace, love, and faith. Amen.